Hi, thanks for joining me with this video, which is one of the daily series. The daily series is a short movement video, a short kind of movement snack that you can easily fit into your day. There's 3 in the series, you can fit them all together or just do one. And this one is our daily stretch or our daily mobility. And we're going to start with a hip swivel. So the hands can come behind you and we're just going to rock the legs from one side to the other. So I'm moving my hips in internal and then external rotation. If you feel like that hip joint is loosening up quite nicely, you could bring your hands in front of you so you're sitting up a little bit taller as you go side to side. Now you will creep forward a little bit as you do this. We'll do a couple more. I'm just going to shift back. Both legs one way, trying to sit as tall as you can. So all about the head of the femur moving in that hip joint. Lovely. So that's a nice big range of movement. We're now going to do hip flexors and hamstrings. So bring yourself around to quadruped and then step 1 foot forwards. So I'm going to lean forwards to get that hip flexor stretch and then come back into hamstrings. And we're going to rock between those 2 movements. Forward for hip flexor, back for hamstring. Forward for hip flexor. You can allow your spine to move a little bit with this if you want. So opening up and then rounding. Opening up. And then we're going to have a little hold. So you're going to take yourself forwards. A couple of deep breaths. You could bring your hands on the inside of the leg if that suits you better. You could take your hands up onto the thigh if that suits you better. But just holding there should be a nice big opening through the front of the hip. Back toes tucked under or not. Cushioning that back knee or not. Anything that works best for you. And then we're going to reverse back and find our hamstring. So if you flex the foot quite a lot here, you might get quite a lot of neural kind of tingling. If that feels too much for you, just relax the foot a little bit. We're flexing the body forwards. We're trying to relax through the neck. If it's too challenging to get fingertips to the floor, you could have little blocks. Hopefully, as you breathe and hold, you'll find you can just fold a little deeper into this stretch. So back of the thigh, can often feel it in the calf as well, often in the spine. Okay, now, remember which leg is forward, okay? You're going to sit on your back hip and cross that forward leg right over the other. So now we're coming into a glute stretch, okay? You can cross an opposite arm over, hug in and have a little lean too. So I'm trying to get quite a nice deep stretch through the hip and I've got that flexion as well. If that doesn't suit you so well, you could sit up tall or you could just sit and face front. But I find if I draw that knee across the body to my opposite shoulder, that can really just dial up the stretch a little bit, right through the side of your hip. Relaxing yourself into a side bend if you can manage that as well. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Okay, so we're going to do that little series on the other side. So release. We'll face the other way and we're moving from our hamstring to our hip flexor. So take it forward and take it back. So when I'm stretching, I always think that kind of before I'm going to go into any sort of held stretch, I need to give the body a bit of a heads up of what I'm asking of it. And what I'm asking of it is that it's going to stretch in each direction. So I just need to make sure it's feeling okay about that. And as you do this, if anything feels like it's on the verge of cramp, you might just want to stay with this forward and back a little bit more until you feel like you're in a position where you can hold, which is what we'll do now. Take the body forwards. So again, hands might come on the inside of the leg. You might prop up. Just kind of play around with what feels like the best shape for you. Toes tucked. I'm not a fan of knee up. I find I get better with my knee down, but if that works for you, stay with that. Deep breath in and deep breath out. And then we're going to find our hamstring stretch. So we're folding forwards here. Okay, so if you flex the toe a lot, you'll get that, maybe that little bit of zinging, maybe a little bit more through the calf. Hands, of course, can be on blocks if that's better for you. And if this is no good for the knees, by all means, just sit and hold that way. Okay? Always an option. All right, we've got one more breath here. And then remembering your front leg, you're going to sit yourself down and you're going to cross that leg right over the other. And this is now our side stretch, but also our glute stretch. More important that you get a glute stretch and a side stretch, because we will do a side stretch in just a minute. So I'm trying to anchor my hips down. My opposite hand is holding on. I'm in my little bit of a side bend, or you're sitting tall and turning, or you're just sitting up and holding. And this leg can go out as well. So again, there's always an option to get yourself into a position where you feel that you've got a nice stretch into that glute. Stay there, breathe in, breathe out. And then I'm just going to bring myself into a cross-legged position, but you could go legs out if you want. We're going to take a side bend, a mermaid stretch. And as we've done with a lot of the other things, we're going to keep it moving. Initially, just coming side to side. Side to side. Okay, this time we are going to hold. You're going to lean over. Try and feel that there's energy going out through your hand one way and your hip the other way. I'm not lifting off that hip. That's anchored down. So your hand on the floor can help you a bit. It can push into the floor to help you find that side bend. Good. And then as you come up, that hand that's over your head is going to hold your ear. You're going to draw your ear away from your shoulder. So we're coming into a neck stretch now. The hand on the floor can reach away. If that is tingly for you, don't do the hand reaching away, or don't do the hand on the head. Those are a couple of things just to increase the stretch for you. The stretch should be about a 7.5, maybe an 8 out of 10, but shouldn't feel more intense than that. Should feel like comfortable, uncomfortable. Excellent. All right, so roll the chin to the chest to come out of that. Change the cross of the legs. And we're back to that nice moving mermaid again. One arm over, other arm over. This is your side to side we've got going here. You might notice that one of your leg crossed positions was easier than the other. Probably the one you went to first. It's usually the way it works. Okay, little hold. Remember, you can push away from the floor. I'm trying to reach out through my fingertips. Keep my opposite hip nice and heavy. Trying to keep my head back so I'm not diving my head down. All right, now as you come up, your hand is going to hold over the top of your head onto your ear, and you're going to draw your ear away from the shoulder, maybe walking those fingertips out. So the whole way through this, it's just nice deep breaths. Try not to hold your breath. Nice steady flow of inhale and exhale. So to come out, very gently release the hand off the head, roll the chin to the chest, and bring your gaze up. Okay, nearly done. Let's come to cat and cow. So wrists below the shoulders, knees below the hips, round the spine into your cat, reverse the other way for cow. And we just move between those two positions, really letting your head go, looking into the belly, lifting the breastbone up. And then if you're comfortable, we'll take that into a downward dog. So we'll round the spine, we'll tuck the toes, we'll lift the knees, push the heels down, have a little walk out through each of those feet in turn, pushing away from the floor. If you want to have both heels down, by all means take both heels down, stay with that stretch there. Inhale, exhale. And again. Excellent. And then lower those knees. Untuck the toes if you're comfortable. Take your child pose. Head can come down here. Back of the neck long. 2 deep breaths there. And again. And then gently walk your hands back to your knees. Roll your shoulders. Video 1 done, or video 2, or video 3, depending on what order you did them in. Thanks for joining me, and try and add that into your daily routine. Keep the body moving.